What is the deal, folks? Welcome to the channel. My name is Tylen Smith, Modern Renaissance Man. And if it's your first time visiting the channel, let me say welcome. Let me also say thank you for checking it out. But do me a favor, don't subscribe to my channel yet. Get an idea who I am and what this channel is about and what my beliefs and all that stuff is before you jump on board. By doing that, it's going to help you in the long run. Trust me, it's going to help you if you're going to end up participating in the live chats, all kind of stuff. Trust me. Get an idea who I am. And how do you do that? Go on my channel, right? You can see where to say playlist. Click on playlist. It's going to bring up a bunch of different videos, right? Click on everything that has nothing to do with reaction videos. Don't look at me reacting to videos. Don't look at me reacting to try not to laugh videos. Don't look at me reacting to try not to cringe videos. Look at everything else that I do and things that I talk about so you can actually know who I am and what I'm about before you jump on board. And if you are of the faith, then do me a favor as well. You can subscribe to this channel right here. Oh God, this is crazy right here. See that? The little black box right there. You see that? It might be a little dot that's going to pop up right there. And that's how you get over to my other channel. It's called MRM Ministries, where I do a lot of things reacting to Christian music. And I'm doing things where we talking about Christian related stuff, which is pretty much human related stuff. But you just get it from a perspective of a Christian, how Christians should react, yada, yada, yada. What is going on, guys? So as y'all can see by the title of this video right here, I just want to throw this out there because it's something that happens amongst us. And we might not even know that we do it. And what it is this. You see that it says, you know, don't limit me based off of what you are incapable of doing. Y'all know what I'm saying? So the reason why I say all that is because there's a lot of times throughout life where you can actually limit a child's potential. You can actually halt a person or, you know, keep a person from doing something that they are very well capable of doing, and you are not allowing them to do it based off of your own incapabilities, if y'all know what I mean. Let me give you an example. I'm just giving you an example. So don't, if you try to come at me with the nonsense, because the example I'm about to use, bring it on, because I'm going to strike right back. Okay. In therapy, okay, in therapy, there's a lot of ladies. There's more women in physical therapy than there are men. That's a known fact. There's more women in healthcare, period, than there are men. So anyway, my point is saying that is in physical therapy, a lot of times the ladies, and they know this, whenever there's a patient that is heavy, they'll ask for my help. Ty, I cannot get this lady up, or I cannot transfer this man. I'll go over there and I'll help them because that patient was given to them. Now, the next day, the patient would be put on me. And sometimes the therapist will tell somebody else, hey, go with Ty because Ty's not going to be able to transfer that person by themselves. I'm like, oh, no, yeah, I can. It ain't that I'm trying to be macho. I'm not trying to be some. The whole fact of the matter is that I assessed it whenever I went and transferred that patient. I knew that I did 80% of the lifting and the other therapist did maybe 20% of the lifting. Now, when I went in there to go see that patient on my own and I transferred that patient, I'm like, oh, okay, well, I transferred the lady. She's probably was like mod assist. Some therapists don't talk about moderate, guys. We got levels of when we transfer somebody, they are max assist, which means they are hardly doing, they're not doing nothing. You're doing all of it. They're like barely giving you 10%. Then you got something called mod assist or moderate assist is where the patient can possibly do like anywhere, 30, 40, 50, 60% of the help. And then you got men assist where the patient is doing like 70, 80, 90% of the lift. So my point is saying is that sometimes in therapy, there was a lot of times where the ladies would try to limit what I'm capable of doing based off of their own limitations. So they would say, oh no, you're not going to be able to get that lady up. And it ain't, like I said, again, I'm not trying to be all yes, I can. I know my potential. I know my strength. I know my ability. So I go in there and I'm like, okay, I transfer the person with mod assist. They'll mod assist. I barely got that lady's butt off the bed. Yeah, you barely got the lady butt off the bed, but I got her up and we turned. She felt comfortable when I sat down with her. Right. So anyway, that's just an example right there. So my point is saying that think about different things we might tell people. Like, for instance, what I've done a lot of things in my young life. Once I got involved in track and field, been across seas and all that from doing track and field, I've been to 39 different states from doing track and field. And every time I was trying to do something that I might have been aspiring to do, somebody, oh no, man, don't go down south, man. They say that's where all them racist people is, man. They killing black folks down there in the South. What? I got my coaches and everything with, it's illegal to murder people. So I go down south, Texas, or not Texas, but Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi. We had track meets all over these places. I would go there, perform, do well, got treated nice. Now, at the same time, there's things that I want to do. You know what? I think I want to go into medicine. No, man, they don't try to go and be in no medicine, no therapy, or no physician assistant or anything. Don't do nothing like that because, man, that stuff is hard, man. Hard for who? You? So because it's hard for you, it's supposed to be hard for me. So in other words, again, you are trying to limit my ability and my potentials based off of what you are incapable of doing. And folks, I'm telling you right now, you have to keep yourself from doing it because it can sneak in. You might not even know that you're doing it. A kid can come to you and say, I want to do this. I want to do that. Oh no, honey, you can't do that because don't limit a kid on that. I got people that I talk to right now that I work with. They have some very, very, very intelligent kids. And what I do is I push them to let those kids show that intelligence, because a lot of times we like to limit kids on stuff. Like when kids ask questions, how come this is doing this? Or how come that's their way of learning, trying to absorb this stuff in, right? But what we like to do is I don't want to know. Nah. Or if a child wants to say, Mom, give them something to do. If a child wants to take apart like an old toy, can I take this apart and build it back up? No, you can't do that. Why? Because you can't, a lot of times they don't even know. So again, you are limiting what a person curiosity, what their potential, what their abilities, what their skills may be or could be based off of what you are incapable of doing. So that's when I encourage people or young people or anything like that. Whenever they say, I want to go to school to be at X, Y, and Z, I don't, it's going to be hard to do that. No, if that's what they saying that they are aspiring to do, I'm going to actually push them towards that aspiration. That's what we all need to do, no matter what it is. Now, if they do go so far and then they decide that they don't want to do it, or even if they fail at it, at least they know that they gave it a shot and that they went at it as hard as they can. And if it didn't work out, then they knew it wasn't for them. But don't try to do it based off of what you are incapable of doing. And I know I'm using a lot of physicality type terminology when I'm dealing with this, but that's some of the best ways that I can explain that. My mom would tell you that there's a lot of things that people, I'm one of those people that you can't tell me what I can't do. And I don't mean like being rebellious. I mean, like they say, you cannot go here. Like they always say things like, there's no way you're going to be able to go. We had a store near us called Parks. And it was a thing where people say, hey, you can go to Parks and get your candy and come back here in 10 minutes. I'm like, yeah. It took us 25 minutes to walk there. I'm like, yeah, because y'all walk, but I can run it. Ain't no way you're going to be able to, I don't care how fast you running. I took the challenge. I took off running. And actually, when I came back, I made it back in 7 minutes. Ran to the store, got my candy, and ran on back. It was 7 minutes. So again, I was just one of those people, you couldn't tell me what I couldn't do, especially if it's something that I wanted to do. So I want to really push that message out there. I don't know if some of you guys have, not thinking about it, have done it to anybody in your family, any of the sort. But again, make sure that we are not doing that to friends, family, kids. If you're a mentor like I am, or a counselor or a health coach, any of that, make sure that we're not doing it. Make sure that if it's somebody's aspiring to do something, that we actually encourage them to do it. And what we should be doing is actually looking for other resources to help them actually get to that place that they're trying to get. Otherwise, again, you don't know a person's potential. You don't know a person's level of intelligence in their mind to tell them what they are incapable of doing, because I'm not supposed to be doing what I'm doing right now. I'm not supposed to be married. I'm not supposed to have 2 different degrees, 2 different medical professions. I'm not supposed to actually be I'm not a pastor. Oh God, no, not a pastor. I'm not supposed to be an evangelist. I'm not supposed to be a father. I'm not supposed to be an uncle. I'm not supposed to be a whole lot of things, because where I come from, the average age of a young black male was going to be, at the time when I was going to 24 and a half. Yeah, 24 and a half was like, if you made it past 24 years old, that was kind of considered golden. You come from Chicago or Decatur, Illinois. Yeah, y'all know how it is there in Decatur. So anyway, that's one of the biggest things that happen in cities like that, is that's what we do. We limit people. They call it like a crab-like mentality, because when a person wants to do something, we like to, oh, no, come on back down to where we are now. Come back to our level of thinking. Come back to our level of brainwashing stuff of saying you ain't going to be able to get out of this and do this because we can't do it. Again, you are limiting what people can possibly do, how far they can go, how much potential they have based off of what you are incapable of. And the only way most of the time when we do that is because somebody has done it to us and we just passing it all along. What you need to do is flip that around and encourage them to actually pursue that thing that they say they want to do. Because guess what? A person's personality, a person's desire to do a certain type of profession or anything like that is going to come out naturally. Kids, is going to come out naturally. Me, for the ones that's listening, young people, whoever, I play about 6 different instruments, right? I cannot read music at all, but I play 6 different instruments and I play them well. Now, I know, man, I don't know if you want to know. They saying playing that bass is hard. There's some people out there that cannot pick up and play music like I do. And it's not me bragging on myself. It's just there's some that can't. Some can sit down at the piano and cannot play anything unless they have sheet music in front of them. Me, I can't read music. I can't read music. But, well, no, you ain't going to be able to play the piano, man. If you can't, you got to learn how to read. And guess what? There's no song that I want to play that I can't play. I pick it up by ear. I practice it. I play it. The muscle memory kick in. I can sit down at my piano right now and play Beethoven Moonlight Sonata. I can play Mozart. I can play Brian McKnight. I can play Jodeci. I can play a whole lot of things on there from muscle memory. Now, that's my potential. That's my skill. Now, there's somebody that actually knows how to play the piano. Those songs I just named, they can play it, but they only can play it if they had the sheet music in front of them. Now, if somebody would have told me, well, no, don't go playing the piano because you have to learn how to read music in order to play the piano. Now, the person that told me that only reads music. So they're not trying to, they end up limiting me on what my potential and what my skill and what my ability is based off of what they are incapable of doing. All right. So anyway, I hope this got pushed through real good. Y'all kind of understand what I'm really getting at that. And also try it with yourself. If your negative thoughts come at you like that, the same exact thing, it's not going to hurt for you to try, folks. You learn so much in trying. Even if you fail, you need to ask yourself, what did I learn? Even though I tried to get to a certain area or a certain goal, I failed. But guess what? You are a lot further trying to get to that goal than you are when you just not doing nothing at all. So you did learn something. That's all you need to do. Ask yourself, what skill, what wisdom, what lesson did you learn when you got close to your goal, whatever it is you're trying to get, and you didn't make it quite there? You might have changed your mind, but you learned something in the process, if y'all get what I'm saying. There's always a learning process when you're trying to aspire to get to your goals or your dreams or anything like that. And so anyway, I got off a little bit, folks. I just wanted to throw that out there because I know a lot of comments. I know it took me 3 months to get to this. And some of you been asking, but I'm glad I was able to do it tonight, all right? All right, folks, y'all know what to do. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all had any other topic or any other subject y'all want me to elaborate on, leave it in the comments below after this video, all right? I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And I hope and pray every last one of you guys are in great health. God bless you all through Jesus.